Okay.
All right.
Here we go, boys. Episode 141. We're right up and about, and Tone's about to walk out the door. And don't worry about Tone walking out the door when we're talking about fucking feeding the chooks. Da 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 da. No spoilers here, Tassie. But how did your beloved flogs go tonight?
Well, I mean, you're saying that you're bringing on that lovely tune, and all I'll say is for everyone out there, it is a lovely tune. So you can join in the chorus and sing it one and all, okay?
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, all right, yes, we got rolled tonight, and we were pathetic. I think I said it to you off camera. I think we were. I think Voss was
just quickly.
out-coached.
You thought Voss was bossed. He wasn't the boss. Voss wasn't the boss tonight.
Yep. No, I reckon Voss was bossed.
Wow.
There were a few things, and I'm not saying that I know any different or I know any better, but I really think that today's game. Kudos to the Crows. They were up and about. We struggled over there. We haven't won for about 5 or 6 years, but Voss was definitely bossed. But that's life. That's
from
okay.
The saddish news of the Blues tonight, and I feel for Razor, and that's about it.
Do you hang on? You feel for Razor, or you
yes,
you could feel
yes,
Razor?
I wish I could feel Raze. In 2023, we say love is love. We welcome back Marto. Marto was missing in action, MIA last week. The big man. He's back. He's up and about. Just about like Team TNT. He's up and about tonight. One race.
You're beloved Razor anyway.
Boys,
like, you support.
We've gone back to Razor.
Razor. He's a bloody traitor.
Tony is just sending you up. He said you've just got the first winner at Aintree.
Yes.
He's congratulating
well done,
you.
Team TNT.
Well done, boys.
Danbridge up in the first. About the football.
Oh, sorry, Tony.
No, we've moved on.
Welcome back, Marto. How are you feeling? You feel like Was there a part of you missing last week, Marto? Was there a part of you?
Hello, all you beautiful people. How are you? This is my face.
Marto,
There was an empty hole last week.
It was an empty hole.
I tell you what, I still think you still might be an empty hole. But can I just ask something, Marto? Word has it tonight that we're going to get Marto and Marto. So we're going to get the two Martos tonight.
Can you handle two of me?
Let's hope.
I don't know. I'm really looking forward to the Marto and Marto show tonight.
Yeah.
The twin I wish I never had.
And then we welcome the great man himself, the man who, had a dream about number 5 and just kept on winning. And we welcome the great man, feeding him. If we were a sitcom, he is Elf. He is the one that we all go to at the end of the sitcom, makes us all feel better about ourselves, and we all laugh. We just love Tony. G'day, mate.
There we go. I'm here. Fantastic. Way we go. We've got one winner up at Aintree. Look ready for another 3 or 4 there tonight, maybe.
Yeah. Taz, Team T2 is reunited after a lot of heartache and a lot of hurt in the past.
Look, it's not. You know what it is? I'm the bitch that he just keeps calling back.
Really?
That's all it is. Yeah, I'm the bitch that he keeps calling back.
So Tone is
Tone's
the
boss.
User and the abuser.
No, Tone is the big T.
The big
and I'm just the NT. Yeah.
I like it. The NT.
That's all I am.
We Taz, don't we have a dream that Marto and Tone get together somehow?
Yes, they do.
What are they called, Tassie? What are they called?
They're called empty. Empty.
That's right.
Empty. They give us nothing.
Do you get that, Tone? Empty, like nothing's there.
That's it.
Empty.
Well, you guys must BT, pervert and turd. Great, fantastic.
Actually, I think he's got it wrong, Pezza, because PT is professional tipsters.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's what you are.
There you go.
I'm
fuck her up in a bit, I want to tell you. Episode 140, we need a miracle. We need a winning. Dashing
we need a miracle.
Tone. Very tough. I reckon if it was on the outside, Tassie, Marto, I reckon Dashing went. But unfortunately, it was just caught on the inside. and
it was a good run.
by a neck, huge run.
Yeah, it was a huge run. Drifted in the market too. Tone, tell us about it.
Yeah, I thought it was going to. I thought it had it, but that the others were coming, and then it sort of kicked again. But it
Kicked again,
like,
yeah. Found a second wind on.
Second wind, just had a bit of coke on the line, but couldn't get over there.
Dear.
That only happens up in Queensland, mate. And then they blame it on Santa or something.
Oh, right, okay.
Pezza's push in her stride with anything but. She had the run of the race, and absolutely poor. She finished fifth, and a little bit she came again, but honestly, with the run she had, she should have done better. So I'm going to put a line through in her stride. The Greek Freak, they don't obey. Did try to rev its engine.
It did. Look, it was probably, I did say get on the 650, take it, because in the end it started 350. And I've always said it here, there's always a mole in this group that leaks my information, that brings these prices in. I don't know who it is. I don't know who the biggest mole is, but someone's leaking that information. It was a good run. It was a good run. It was a good run. 1,600. Yeah, just couldn't get the winner. That's all. Let them up and too good.
Marto
move on.
burn. She was burned out. I think she finished the game fourth, but actually coming on, we probably needed a little bit longer.
So,
possibly a little bit longer, yes. Hello.
Marto, is that another good horse that we were going to talk about?
I've killed another one.
You did, didn't you?
I've killed another one. Hey, listen, but if you go 3 weeks back, you remember I spoke about Awesome John, and you kind of mocked me a little bit for tipping Awesome John at Rosehill, and I said he'll be over at the WATC Derby.
You
and
did
it's a Derby
say that,
horse
Johnny O'Shea. You did say that.
And you kind of mocked me a little bit, but you know who won the WATC Derby?
I think
no, I don't.
John. That was Awesome John.
I think Taz mocked you a lot.
I know I did mock him a lot, and I'm going to mock him now because how dare you throw out something like that, okay, and then not follow it up? How dare you, okay, treat our
unforgivable.
Our
I even had a bet on
it with this disrespect, and you even had a bet on it. So you're a selfish punter.
You didn't want to tell $8. I got the discount to $6.90.
Well,
he jumps at $3.90 on the day.
Can I jump in here, Taz, and just
yes, jump in.
Okay, can I reverse over you and Tone? Is that all right?
Yeah. Well, what have we done now?
Well, we missed the Sydney Quaddie last week because of Explosive Jack return to explosive form. Now, Muppet Man Tone absolutely tipped this in the tankard, didn't you, Tone?
Yeah,
I did.
Now, last week when we're talking about the Quaddie, I went back and watched the show, as I always do, and you didn't say a fucking word, Tone.
Well,
he can't remember.
You have to move on, big boy. Just fucking wake up here a bit. You have to move on. Didn't win the tankard, did it? No.
No,
so
we didn't. But it won the Sydney Cup.
There we go.
Who's that, Marto?
No, he's failing. He's running about third and falling backwards. He's running backwards.
Oh no.
That's the boys Nuzrat. The tip in the second. He's going to finish third.
At Aintree, the boys look like we're not going to win.
Race 2.
We won the first.
You did win the first. You've run third in the second. Yes, absolutely.
We've probably got the numbers, though.
Take it.
That's it. So
take it. You've tipped it each way.
Barney's,
we have
Barney's place multi still alive.
Well done, Barney. Now, in all honesty, now, Pezza, because you're talking about Explosive Jack, and it was my leg of the Quaddie, and I wasn't given a touch up by Tone or reminder or anything like that. He didn't do that. That's what I mean. He treated me like he does. NT, the little bits on the side. That's all. Yep, no Tassie, he says. Tony, no Tassie. Anyway, sorry I left it out, but I couldn't put it in because if I didn't put in Marto's pick, which was Arafo, how could I put Explosive Jack? I couldn't put it in. And I'm sorry I didn't put it in.
Marto, I know we've just thrown Tone under the bus because it's one of our favourite things to do.
My turn.
Geez, I thought somebody tipped something in the Adelaide Cup and it placed second at around 27 skins.
Yeah, that was me.
And that wasn't in the Quaddie numbers either.
No, it wasn't because you know what though? I looked at that.
Yes.
And I didn't put it in the Quaddie numbers. I know I didn't, but I did have it in all my exotic bets, which I lost, which I did lose because I didn't have the winner.
You need explosive.
That's right. But I definitely had it in because of the heavy track. It loved it, and I do occasionally back up. Maybe not
in
back
my
up.
in my defence, you two turds. I'm not going to plead the fifth, but I'm going to plead the Marto, and I'm going to say what Marto often says, which is true. You can't put them all in. That's why you didn't put explosive.
Marto uses words like variance. And
I thought Marto was going to use the word like when you say like Marto says. I thought you were going to say, well, Marto says, have a look at this multi.
Hey,
have a look at this one. Have a look at this one.
Fell over again.
I can't win
it's quite funny because
Tone,
I put a line through Arifo because I just go back to last year's Melbourne Cup and it couldn't run a drum. But honestly, Explosive Jack come through that Canberra Cup form of Arifo. And Arifo come on, and then Explosive Jack's absolutely exploded down the outside to win the Sydney Cup.
And
Arifo ran well. It ran 4. Don't worry about that, Marto.
It wasn't disgraced.
Yeah,
but I think it's run its race now.
Tipped, what was it called? True Nerve or something?
True Marble.
20-something.
True Marble.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Massive.
Casio. It looked the winner.
I know.
How do you reckon Cassie would have been feeling?
Explosive Jack hasn't run that well since it was a 3-year-old, so I don't know.
Would have won a derby or whatever.
Yeah,
it was huge.
Won all the derbies. Remember, won all the Tassie.
Yeah.
It won the Adelaide. It won 4 derbies or something. So I don't know. It won the Queensland derby. So absolutely unbelievable. The owners must be tickled pink that Explosive Jack come back. And of course, it's going to run the Melbourne Cup, and it stays all day, and I'll probably run in the top 10 and get the boys a bit more coin. So well done.
As they say in the Melbourne Cup, if you're there, you're a chance.
Exactly. Now, talking about you're there, you're a chance. We've been Tone. This is one of your favourite sayings. I think he's been hit around the ring a little bit too much. Punch stroke, Marto, we are. Star of India, what's going on?
Well, that's right. I mean, you remember the last winner I tipped on this page was actually Star of India, paying $11. I can't get a $4 home. I can't get a $2.50 favourite home. So we're going back out to $11 again.
Hey, what's that horse, Marto, from New Zealand? It's really good. She was
He's not so sharp and he's not so smart.
Sharp. What was it called, Marto?
Sharp and smart.
Oh, sharp.
Oh, that's the one.
You put a nail in her too. Him, sorry.
Yeah, look, Bill the Boxer, he's got a really good record over this trip and does enjoy a bit of rain. I'd be encouraged further if with a little bit more rain. I'd love to see a heavy track. But
it's going to be 23 degrees here tomorrow, Marto.
Yeah, but it's going to rain on Saturday. I'm just not sure how much is coming to you. That's all.
Yeah.
Because it will keep it in the soft rating if that rain comes Saturday morning. If you get
it will.
Bit of a deluge
it will.
You might get to a heavy 8, which is exactly what I want for this sort of horse.
The
he screens over 1,200.
Back in winning sort of form. They've got a few winners recently. They were a bit quiet there for a couple of months, but
they did. But early autumn is not really their season, is it? This is the type of races they spring up in. Seven wins from 5 at the trip. Yes, it is a tough race, and you're going to get the winner at odds. And so I'm going with Bill the Boxer. He's drawn well. He's got Dean Holland on, and like you said, the McAvoy stable, they're coming back into form again at this time of year. And he's virtually second up because he sort of gapped that second and third run. There was 2 months between it. So he's virtually second up. He's got a good record there, second up. So let's go, Bill the Boxer, $11.
Marto wins every second race, doesn't it? Because it's had 10 starts and it's won 5. Is that right?
Yeah, but it's won 5 from 7 over the trip. So all the wins are
but in general, it's won 5 out of 10, hasn't it?
Yeah, but it won 5 at 1,200 from 7 starts.
No, again, that's all good. But what I'm saying is it's won 5 out of 10.
Yeah, but
which means it wins every second start.
From 7 starts at this distance.
Can I just explain to you something? It wins every second start.
Yeah, right.
So therefore, it's going to win 6 out of 12.
It's had virtually 3 starts.
So I'm going to ask Marto, can it win Pezza? Marto, can it win?
I don't know, Tone. What do you think? Any thoughts, mate?
I'm lost.
All right, let's see if it can win.
Let's see.
Oh, dear.
Hang on.
I'll pause it myself.
Hang on. Tone, are you ready?
Yes.
There you go. So, Marto, the real Marto has just stood up and said it can't win.
Like I said, the twin I never wanted.
he's the good-looking twin too, though, isn't he?
Oh, the good-looking twin as well. Yeah, that's right. Very fancy in the very fancy in the Mongolian collar.
Good luck, you found one.
The 90s have finally come back, Marto. Eagle Farm Race Form number 5, Tricketeer. I love the name.
Yes, I've gone into one, and I've had a really good look everywhere. I was even prepared to go to South Australia, but I didn't. I've got one ready for the wheel. Anyway, I'll keep that for later. But Tricketeer has got impeccable trial form. Unfortunately, that trial form hasn't yet been translated into winning form.
Jeez, how good was that language use there, Tone? You must be very excited.
Its last 2 starts.
Its trial form hasn't translated to the track, Tone.
Not yet, but the punters have missed out because its last start, $2.60, beaten favourite. The start before that, $1.50, beaten favourite. Now, it meets a horse in this race by the name of Rothgo that's favourite. It meets it better in the weights by about 3 kilos because good old Angela gets the claim. It's drawn right next to it. And I just think that with this thing on the outside, Platinum Lives, and I think there's a Mashani in there that's from the 16, those two will just go out in front. And good old Tricketeer and Rothgo will just be stalking. And because of the weight pull, Tricketeer will just go past Rothgo, get the chocolates, and everyone gets their money back. And then we can say, geez, why didn't I back that? It had some awesome trial form. Boom, boom. Get on, Tricketeer. No tricks here, just plenty of cheer.
Whoa.
Oh, I like that.
That's giving me goosebumps.
This place. Unbelievable. Well,
I'm a Greek poet.
Favourite, so
yeah.
Get on.
I was going to mention.
He's speechless.
I was going to mention something. Taz used to do Tricketeers for around $6.50 at Chopper.
No.
Back in the day,
hang on.
Trying
You're
to
wrong,
salvage a microwave hot dog from the hot dog man out the front there.
Excuse me. Hey, I was never that cheap.
Never
$6.50.
Right.
Never.
You're a double banger.
I was a double digit.
That's right.
I was a double-digit double banger. That's correct.
There we go. I like it, Tricketeer. Don't mind a horse with the double 2 either, Marto. I know that. I like the double 4s, but the double 2s looks like it's got the hoof on the till. And
double 2. Yes, they're either ready to fire or they're just a professional place.
You know what I love, Tone? I love when a trainer brings a horse to Brisbane to steal a bit of coin.
That's right.
Get on it.
We all remember Incentivise.
Well, they're all crooks up there. You know, like they're all crooks in Queensland.
That's right.
That's right. They are when they're coming up from Toowoomba as well.
Yes.
Well, that's Chris Munt's territory out there, isn't it?
A bit of Harmscourt country right there. Our mate up in Cairns there. A good bit of a shout out to Harmsa.
Bit of a
legend. Well done, mate. Well done, Tassie. I reckon we're a chance, Tone. I don't mind Bill the Boxer as a name, and I love Tricketeer as a name. That gets me well and truly up and about. The Quaddie, here we go, boys. What do we do?
Where we going? Where are you going? Big day in Sydney, tough in Sandown. Where are you off to?
Well,
we're staying in Sydney.
Marky Costa, not Kostya. The great man himself is up and about because he tipped the Quinella or the Exacta, as he likes to say, last week. And it just brings a tear to the eye, Tone, when Marky Costa tips a Marto favourite in a tissue who's turned back the clock Ring down the outside to beat Tones.
Massive. Yes, massive run. Massive. Big price.
I think the Quinella only paid 71 skins. So if you followed Marto for all these years with a tissue, and then you had a bit of hope in your heart that Tone always loves, only 71 skins jumped in. And 121
even I wasn't on
for
the tissue on the weekend. You've done well to find a tissue there, Mark. Well done, buddy. It's a shame the other boys didn't get the legs home for you.
No, it was only the other boy, me.
How good was your tissue?
Well, yeah, she was good. She, like I said, turn back the clock. She was very good.
Back the clock.
That was a great one.
Great
but
to see.
The wet track helped too.
Great to see. Tassie race 7. You got 1, 2, and 10. Big man, you've left out the blue battler and Tommy Kidd.
I originally had 1, 2, 3, which was the other blue battler, but it's been scratched. So look, the problem that I see here is that if the 1 and 2 don't win it, I'm looking for value. So with the Don, I mean, its form, if you think about it, second in the blue diamond, fourth in the slipper, second in the size. Is it always going to be a bridesmaid, or is Saturday the day that it's actually the bride? I'm prepared to take a chance and throw it in. Its favourite, probably deserves to start favourite, but this is its last
favourite
chance.
every start, isn't it?
No.
Last chance.
No. But yes, but 1,600 unknown quantity, but can't leave it out. The two, militarised, Tony's favourite type of name. Tone loves the military. Tone loves the wars. Tone loves all that sort of stuff. So Tone, this is the favourite. But geez, what a dominant win it was in the size. Dominant win. The only problem, Tone, is how do I tip a Waller horse with your favourite jockey on it, Marrera? I know you wouldn't have it, but I am. So the Magic Man on Waller here.
Magic Man.
And down the bottom, I've gone for another Waller horse, the 10. I don't know how I'm going to pronounce this, but I'm sure, Tone, you love it because you love the Germans. That's right.
Love the Germans, Tone.
Yeah, the Germans.
You do. So and with this one, what I noticed is there's a bit of a link here because Marrera's hopped off this and Collett's come on, and I think this horse is actually going to be suited by the local jockey. And I think that's exactly what it needs. Look, it's by done. No, hang on. No. I'm talking about the 10
Okay,
now.
sorry. Carry on.
This one, Tannhauser, is by done deal. So the distance isn't going to be a problem. And it's my knockout chance. I just think that stepping up to 1,600 with the local jockey, it's the knockout chance. 1, 2, 10. Thank you very much.
Top 4
is he riding with his manacles on? Because he should be in bloody jail. He's an absolute criminal of a jockey.
The Magic Man or Collett? Oh,
no, Collett. Magic Man's perfect. Collett should be in jail.
Thank you, Don.
Is he in your book? Is he in your Clipper Tone?
Oh, Clipperton's on top of the list in the black book. He's never getting out. He's
the Clipper Tone.
The Clipper Tone.
It's Collett, though.
Collett in there.
I don't mean to be a Karen or a Debbie Downer, but this is a quaddie leg with a fucking $1.85 chance in it, and Taz has talked for about 72 minutes.
Yeah, no, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Get used to Joe riding for Chris Waller.
I'm going to put the stopwatch on you in a minute.
I just want to say, number 7, I'm sure Tone's going to have a couple of bucks on this because he loves a turd or loves a shit or loves whatever he does. Felix the Scat. Here we go, Tone.
Have all the butchers on it. Have doors on.
That's the Scat man. What? There you go, big boy.
Yeah, but if he's going to have that, he's got to put it with the 11, doesn't he? Because he's probably getting pressure coming through as well. Hey?
I'm very, very nervous about this race, Tone. I'm very, very nervous. I've gone Zaki. The owners have said, geez, Zaki hasn't really come back, and it doesn't look right.
Did you watch his trials?
Let's put, yes. Yeah. Yeah, it was
holy dooly, he's ready.
Yeah. And so I've thrown him in, he's in the market, and I always miss it. I always I don't tip it and it wins, and then you tip it and it runs blows up a bit at the end. And anyway, I hate the fucking horse. But Barney's old man loves the Z horse. I've got Zaki. And then I've gone down to the 3-year-olds who are dominating everything this year. We've got Jack and O with a quick little freshen up. Over the 14, I reckon it's probably going to enjoy that little bit of extra, like come back in distance a bit. And I think it's going to release down the outside. And Giga Kick, you just can't leave it out. I think I don't know, Marto.
Willow's back. Willow's back.
I love Giga Kick. I love Giga Kick, but
the trip's
was
the
it grand
unknown.
final a couple of starts ago, like back?
No, I don't think so. I think he's got more in him.
Really?
I think the trip is the query for Giga Kick.
Yeah.
But interesting that J-Mac jumped off Jacquino to get on Zaki.
Yeah, that is interesting as well. And I know Marzu, probably one of Tassie's favourites, if it needs it, with the clipper tone on, probably needs a little bit of a wet track, a soft
Yeah, it does need a wet.
Not undo it. But the horse that I'm really, really scared about is the horse that Tone and me absolutely, I wouldn't say adore.
Another Blue Battler.
Cascadian, the Blue Battler. Now, I've heard a rumour, Marto, that they scratched Cascadian last week against Animo and Dubai because Cascadian supposedly was working better than Animo.
It's all hype. It's all hype. Come on.
Really?
Nothing was beating Dubai on that track. No way.
No.
It's all hype.
Yeah. But
what
they
about
scratched
Private
because
Eye?
they thought Cascadian was going to beat Animo and they didn't want that on the books. So I don't know.
Don't make you laugh.
A Furphy or
What about
whatever,
Pezza Tone? What about Marto's favourite horse or one of his favourite horses, Private
Private
Eye?
Eye.
I mean, I know.
Yeah,
I mean,
Private Eye.
it steps up to 1400.
I really think she wants 1600 now.
Yeah.
Private Eye.
Yeah.
I think he wants 1600. 1400 might still be a little bit sharp, but he's getting ready for something. I'm just not sure where they're taking him. But I couldn't have him in this race.
It's a great little race. It's a great little race because there's a lot of stories here. And, of course, the Japanese make a debut here, chain with Heisto Amazon.
With what?
There's
Number
a Japanese horse coming up here, big boy. And,
Amazon.
Everybody loves Mr. Yahagi, and so I hope it runs. Okay.
Yeah, Yoshida Yahagi.
Yeah,
the Japanese are back. God help us all.
We're talking about the Japanese.
Yes.
There's that jockey, the Sha Tin jockey. I know that Gary Lowe rode a nice winner for him. Is it Smiley Chan? Yeah, Hung Low won, but Smiley Chan, I think they call him.
Yeah.
I tell you what, he's one to follow.
Yeah,
Definitely one to follow.
Right, okay.
So, follow Smiley Chan.
Marky Costa's gone 3, 5, 12, 16, 17, a really, really ugly race. Now, talking about ugly, Tone, number 7, Cuban Royal, one of your faves.
Oh, yes, the old Cuban Royal always pops up when you least expect it. And, I don't know, in this race, golly, it's tough, isn't it?
Marto, any thoughts Jojo was a man?
No. Tamerlane and Cotter Hill, I think, are live chances. Cotter Hill's done because Sportsbet made it the top tip, so it's gone. I can't leave out Gem Song. I know it's drawn real wide, I like Gem Song.
Wow,
as a rough chance in this race, but I think Tamerlane's got it.
Yeah, I think Jojo was a man. There's always a bit of a chance. Good to see Tommy Markman on it too. Military expert, what are your faves, Tone?
What is it?
Military expert.
Oh, yes, absolutely. One of my favourites, J-Mac on board.
Anything from the UK experts? How about substantial? So, Marto, Tone, UK experts. No. Do you want to fill us in on how you think it'll go second up here?
That would be a great idea. I'd love to hear about that.
Marto's probably...
Marto and Tone.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Tone. Good on you, mate.
So, nothing from you, the UK experts
Can't win yet. It still needs one or two runs.
So what about if they run it in this race and then they run it in the next race because it's a dual nominator?
Well, it wants a mile. It doesn't want 1400. So, I think it wants a soft 6 or 7 over here. I don't think it's going to. I think if it stays a soft 5, I think it's going to be too hard and fast for it, and it's probably too sharp at 1400. I think it wants 1600 or more.
I just like that, Snowden's
like
got
a
it and
UK
McAvoy's on it.
Tassie.
Well,
Yeah, but
Snowden-
if you can't run 1400, it doesn't matter who trains it. Santa Claus can have a freaking train of it if he wants, because if we can't run 1400, it won't run 1400.
So when we get to the next race after we've analysed good old Mark Costa's selections, is that a 1400 or 1600 metre race?
The next race is 1200, mate.
Wow, and it's in that as well. So Marto says it needs 1600, and the trainers are putting it in for 12 and 14. Interesting.
It's out for a run. It's out for a run, mate. Simple as that.
No, I don't know. That's why I asked you. That's why I asked.
Says Tone, the UK expert.
I'm telling you, I can't have it.
That's it.
Timed in with something.
Yep.
They were all over at first start, and they're in 5th. So don't tell me.
That's what I mean. They were. It was heavily supported too.
Marto, I just appreciate you saying something, Marto, being the UK expert, as in you and Tone.
I had to, mate, because Tone's thrown me straight under the bus. He said, Marto might know something about that.
Snowden's got plenty of money. It's just down there for a bit of bloody track work. And then when it gets out to a price, they'll decide to have a crack and it'll win. But not yet.
I think it's here out something for somewhere around Cox Plate time. I think that's what it's here for.
Okay. I think Tone might not know this horse, Taz, because Tone exclusively bets in Ireland. So I think around the UK and not Ireland. Tone loves a bet in Ireland.
Of course, Aintree.
Yeah.
Aintree is his favourite track.
Yeah.
And you know why? You know why? Because Aintree's in Liverpool, isn't it?
What's that, Tone?
Isn't it? Is Aintree in Liverpool?
It's a beautiful track. Come on, mate. It's undulating. It's left-handed. It's right-handed. They're all over the place.
No, for me, it's one of my favorite tracks.
I love watching those.
Really?
When you get those sort of what do you get, Marto? What is it? What do you call that? Like that sort of
money.
No,
when you win, you get money.
That photograph of the undulating.
Really beautiful. Yeah, up and down she goes.
Oh, it's just fucking incredible.
Right.
That these horses
up the hill at Cheltenham, it matches them. Up the hill towards the post at Ascot. Man. Oh my God!
Unbelievable! It's amazing.
We've got that here. We've got that here. Have you seen out the back at Stony Creek when they go up the rise and then they come round? What about at Sandown?
What about they used to jump the tree, the fallen tree.
There's plenty of tracks like that as well. Yeah. Don't worry about that. I mean, we've got race tracks here. I mean, I don't know if you've ever been to Druin, but they cross a road.
Oh.
There's places they cross roads, railway lines. We've got them all. Yeah. Head out to some of our premier race courses across Australia. Yeah. Plenty of them. Don't worry about the UK and Ireland.
What's that track in South Australia, Tassie? Is it
Murray
they run
Bridge?
on the oil, and then there's like 150 meters of grass.
Oh, is it like? Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
Is it? It's not Port Augusta or Port Lincoln.
It might be
Port Pirie or Port Pirie.
It's a port. You're right.
It's a Port Pirie, maybe.
Yeah. It's got the whole track's oil based, like the old play, and then all of a sudden they just jump onto the turf for the last.
Let's make it look good for the camera, right at the post.
Tone, the wanker. You've got 1, 3, 4, 6 in the last, and you've left out the favourite in Democracy Manifest. One of Marto's favourites again.
Yes. The favourite. To be honest, I don't like the favourite. Put it in if you want. I don't.
Why don't you like it? Why don't you like it?
You don't like it? Leave it out. I love it.
Is there a reason you don't like it, Tone?
Eh?
Is there a reason that you don't like it?
It's just not one of my horses. It's not one of mine.
It's only won 3 from 4 first up.
Yeah. And so
Tone was on it that one time. It didn't win.
Joe Morera.
As I've told this bloody toad in the fucking hole here, big boy, clean your fucking ears out, you guys.
Okay,
Everyone is a motor mechanic. Now, if I miss the Quaddie this week, I'm not worried in the least because I am the anchor. I am the wanker, and I get it.
Oh, you are. You
feed the chooks more regularly than me do.
I hate going first. I hate going second. I like to go last.
Sloppy then, isn't it?
Oh, you are. You
anyway,
are.
I'm not gutless like you turds. They're the numbers right there. One.
Yeah,
No,
leave
they-
out the favourite. If you don't like it, leave it out. I like
If you
it.
weren't
don't like
Marto.
the first league.
I think
don't
you've done.
waste people's money. Like
No.
I'm sure our army of followers and disciples out there, if they like it, they'll put it in. Because away you go. Good on you. There we go. You know.
I like the top in this one too, Tone.
You like
Marto. I do like Marto.
You do like
Marto. Annabelle Neesham's stable got too full, so she kicked this one out, and Casey Fogden's picked this one up. And not quite the same horse, but it's probably in the right sort of race to win, you know, and come up at odds like this. 850. I like Marto. Let's go to the toppy.
I just want to say how big has Annabelle Neesham become when she's kicking out a horse like Marto?
Yes.
Like
that's right.
She hasn't got room for this fucking
It's not the only one.
How many good ones has she got? Jesus Christ.
That's right. She's on fire.
Yep.
And you won't see her on the back of a horse like you do Michelle Payne. I've got to ride my own horses because I can't get a jockey to ride for me. Annabelle Neesham's got them lining up out the door, mate. They can't wait to get on her horses.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's on fire.
She might be having a big week, a big day this week because J-Mac's riding a couple as well. And
yeah, that's right.
Been a little bit down with the invaders coming in, the Magic Man, Tommy Marquand, Zach and Huey and all them. They've all come back from and overseas. And I think J-Mac's got something to prove. I don't think he's had the best carnival.
No, he hasn't. I agree. And I think Willow's come back now as well. Yeah. Willow will be looking to just sort of back in trying to cash in a little bit. Yeah,
his first day on Easter Monday, didn't he? He ran a third in the second, then he ran second in the third, and couldn't get the roughie home in the last. But he had a good day out. It was nice to see him back in the saddle.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Me and Tone, we love Willow, and we've always been big supporters. I just honestly, I wish he broke both collarbones.
Joan of Arc comes to mind.
Joan of Arc, Tone. How does that come to mind?
Line him up.
Put him at the stake.
Now, Tone, before we started the show, you were kind enough to educate us on what they do over in Japan. And I didn't know that they do this because I thought it was only a European thing. But there's a Japanese siesta, is that right?
For some people there are, yes, that's right. Yeah.
Now, do you do your best wanking before or after a Japanese siesta? Because you've gone through it today and you've told us how good you are as the premier wanker. I want to know, is that because you've just had the siesta and you've come up first up?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's probably because, I've got one of those yellow hands that you've got there that you...
Oh, hang on, it's over there. Yeah, I've got it on the side. I've got it down there. I can't reach it. If I go reach and grab it.
Now, the 61 subscribers can't get enough of this, boys. You know that. But remember, if we need another 39, we can start publishing our results. And boys and girls and non-binary alike, we're going to be right back because we're running out of time with the titanium tip. But bugger that, I'm going before Tony this week because I'm sick of hearing him.
Right, okay.
All right, here we go. There's lots of drama here. There's lots of drama. The boys have just gone down, unlucky third in Aintree, but Marto's up and about because Shitskins won the third at Aintree. Well done, Marto. He's very excited. Punch.
There we go. Kiskin.
Yeah, very excited.
Kiskin is back. The 3 mile, that's what he wanted. Anyway,
build the box
Saturday, weren't we?
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen and non-binary folk alike, I've done a little bit of a change up here because I'm sort of sick of Tone because he's the wanker and he's really good at it and he's always sort of wins the last race. But I thought, well, my luck has been about as good as Barney's, like recently, exactly. So I'm going to, I don't know. I thought I'd just change it over tonight, boys and girls, and all of you.
You're going to go. Are you going to go before him? You're going to leave him for last?
No, I'm going to go before him. I'm sick of him like NT. Just him coming in and using and abusing, and then he just
never win anyway. So
Anyway, I'm going over to the Quokka because I'm a really big fan of WA racing. Everybody knows that. And I've gone a little bit of a sneaky long shot here. which is probably one of the best horses in WA, called Tricks of the Trade, Tricketeer boy.
We love it. You've
up
piggybacked
$21.
The tricks and the tricks. Now, Marto, you wouldn't believe this, but 2 starts ago, this won the Railway, which is over 1,600, and we know the Quokka's over 1,200, and we know that a lot of these horses in this race wanted a little bit longer. But Marto, like Tone, has thrown away Democracy Manifest. What's Democracy Manifest done, Marto, at first up?
3 out of 4.
From 4.
3 out of 4, 75%. Yep. Well, Marto, let me tell you, Tricks of the Trade, first up, 3 campaigns, 3 wins.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Now,
Does it trial well?
Seems
Have you seen anything, Pez? Does it normally trial well or not? Or it's always hidden? I don't know.
It's a bit of a plain Jane in the trials. It come third in a jump out against Comfort Me. Comfort Me's in the same race at around 70 skins. To the eye, it wasn't great, but I'm thinking Troy Turner goes back on board, which is a huge plus because Troy Turner rides his horse a lot different than a lot of others do. Now, it's drawn in barrier 4. What's the favourite, Marto? We know that Arcadia Queen, or what's it called?
No. Amelia's Jewel.
Amelia's Jewel. Thank you. Now, Amelia's Jewel is one of the ones that needs a lot of pace on, and it gets out the back and then storms home. And in the barrier that she's drawn the car park, I think, in 14. So she needs a lot of pace on. And in this race, there's not a lot of pace, but they forget Bjorny Baker's brought over Overpass. So I think Overpass is going to take off like a scolded cat, which is going to set it up for Amelia. But Tricks of the Trade, barrier 4,
is not without chance.
Turn her on, never been beaten. I know it's up in class and it's all progressive, blah, blah, blah. It's had 15 starts and it's had 9 wins, Taz.
9 out of 15.
9 out of 15, mate. So this horse
is huge.
And over the distance, it's had 2 starts, 2 wins.
Can it handle the wet? Can it handle the wet? Because it's going to be raining. It's going to be raining over there. Word has it in Western Australia.
I don't reckon it hinders its chances. I just think
it doesn't.
I think the barrier has.
Oh, he's got 2 from 2 on the heavy.
And Uncommon James, I know that's one of my favourites, and it always cost me. And it's around 7 skins. I was leaning towards James, but again, what's the horse called, Marto? What is it?
Amelia's Jewel.
Amelia's Jewel and Uncommon James have joined the visitors' barrier.
And Bella Nipotina. Bella Nipotina's in this race, sir.
That's Tone's favourite. So I'll put a line through Bella.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Tone, can Bella Nipotina win? No good? No good.
No.
Okay, good.
See, you've also got Shades of Rose there too. I mean, she's going to set up the pace. She used to be a speedy horse, but
I think Overpass,
not as good as she used to. But Overpass, I agree for sure. And it just sets up for something like Tricks of the Trade or Amelia's Jewel from the back to come over the top of them.
I think we're just going to get the better of the run of the race. We're going to have a gut.
You map really well.
And I think we're going to. Everyone underestimates us, Tricks of the Trade, and it always seems to come up and win. So, fresh is good. And then we go to the great man himself, Ramwick, race 6, number 6, Coal Crusher.
Coal Crusher.
Wow.
Coal Crusher, yeah, good, really. Like Marto says, tough race.
You've got to say it right, Tone. It's Coal Crusher. Make him sound nasty. He's a real bad bastard. The Coal Crusher.
It's got great result of those. Yeah, just
close enough.
Go, Chad's on board.
Batman.
Absolutely. It's not favourite, but it's come in. You probably could have got 550 early. It's into 480.
Yeah.
The top is the favourite, Valara or Valana or something.
No, Valana, the Blue Battler. Jeez, I tell you what, it won well last preparation when I had it first up.
I can't find it. Pezza, you got the wrong race there, mate. It's race 5, number 6.
Oh, is it race 5, is it?
Yeah, mate.
Thanks, mate.
It'll be hard to beat. It's 260 first up. But you know, I'm taking it on. And I'll take the 480. It was, like I said, it was 550. And it's I think
actually opened at $7, Tone. He actually opened at $7, so he's been well supported.
He has been well supported. Yeah. I'm very, very curious, Tone, because you know I don't know how the track's going to race there at Randwick, and Marto, you might know a little bit more than I do there, but I mean,
Just an
Coal
educated
Crusher
guess,
likes, but Coal Crusher definitely likes to get out in front and lead and dictate. Am I right?
It does like to bowl along out front, yes.
So if it's, if there's a little track bias there, that's probably going to suit it.
Which we've seen a lot of it lately, haven't we?
Yeah, I just wonder, at what point does it come to an end, the bias? That's my only concern.
Yeah, well, that's
but,
it. I mean,
late in the day.
Late in the day, you reckon?
I don't know.
Where they put the rail. That depends on the bias, is where they put the rail.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if the rail is out, there's no bias, and you got things like rocketing by and Gravina that are going to be rocketing home. But if there is a bias, then Coal Crusher's going to be out front leading them all in.
Gravina's the blue battler, isn't it? Is J-Mac on Gravina?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it is a tough race, Like
it is very, very open.
Now, Tone, you haven't really told us much. Tell us why you chose this horse. How did you find it?
I had a really good look at this. It's its third race back. They've put the blinkers back on. Oh, I like it when they put those blinkers on or they take them off. They've whacked them back on. And it was only just run down last start by that Star Kingdom.
Okay.
Star Kingdom got it.
Sounds like you've done a little bit of work here, Tone.
This is exactly right,
you say you like it when they put the blinkers on. Is that because you like it when they put the gimp mask on? Is that why? Is that why you've gone down that way?
That's in your area of the fetishes.
Well, I know it's not. It's definitely not because you know how you're crushing coal.
In your backyard. Don't bloody try and bring it on
because
boy.
Tone, you like to crush a bit of coal, don't you? You like to be the wanker. There's a common theme here, Tone.
Hang on a minute.
I'm a bit
Tone,
concerned.
who did you say got Coal Crusher late last start?
Star Kingdom.
No, I think you're looking at another horse, mate.
Don't tell me he's picked the wrong one. It's
don't tell me
to win. Don't tell him
sorry,
that.
I hate to spoil your parade, mate, but Coal Crusher on third to Bashanalia and Clemencio last start.
Back it up.
And before that, it was Cannibal and Altheric.
Oh, shit.
Oh, jeez.
Have you got the right horse?
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
You're not thinking of Waihaha Falls.
It doesn't really matter, Marto, because ultimately
it's going to win.
That's exactly right. Tone, don't worry about it. You've had your little siesta. You got a little bit dizzy, confused. It's okay.
Taz, I got the look on his face that I wanted.
Hang on.
Because he's got the winner anyway, and it doesn't matter.
Oh, hang on.
Does anybody know? Does anybody know how far the rail's out?
I haven't looked yet. Sorry.
No, I don't know. But if the rail's out, maybe that gives Coal Crusher a bit of a
definitely. There's definitely a chance. And as we've mentioned, he's been supported already from 7 into 480, and there's no scratching, so it's all money.
Yep, money.
Tone could be on a winner here.
Well done, Tone. Second favourite. Well done. Good formula that. Back to second favourite.
Well, I'm going to say the favourite won't win here. The favourite won't win. I don't know how it's that price.
What's Tone going to say? Hang on, he's up and about. Hang on, what's he going to say?
Well, if you just fucking listen for a minute, I'll tell you.
Well, I did tell everyone to shut up so you could say something.
That's talking. Late by the horses that you said were correct in the Star Kingdom Stakes. I've got it round the wrong way. It was in the Star Kingdom Stakes. It got run down late, got nutted by that horse.
Bashanalia. It's a blue battler. Yep. No, you're right. I got the look I wanted from you, Tone. But yes, that was the name of the race.
Oh, don't be calling us pricks. Seriously, we're not. One day we're turds, then we're pricks. You know, I'm feeling like it. I feel like a lavatory, Tone. Seriously, you're filling up the porcelain bowl with everything that you're saying today. Oh, I'm just devastated.
Tone, if you were Santa Claus and Marto and Tassie and Pez were on your list, what would you give us as a present?
Mr. Hankies.
Oh no, a piece of coal, you fucking muppet.
I thought he was going to say.
That's what the bad kids get, a piece of coal. I set you up with a joke, Tone.
I thought you were going to say no. They get
England,
potatoes too.
Right.
Don't they get potatoes?
No, it's a piece of coal.
You don't. It's not potatoes?
No, it's a piece of coal.
No.
Okay. All right. I didn't know because I always used to
Tommy
say to my
Jacob.
kids, I used to say to my kids, if you misbehave, they bring you potatoes.
Oh,
That's an island.
Is it?
But,
All the chocolates.
I think
Must be.
I think Tone, he didn't get the joke, he didn't get the setup because he always loves Irish racing.
Oh, he's looking forward to it.
Oh, you're a complete fucking moron, mate. Honestly,
There we go, Tone. 650, 480.
Holy
here we go.
shit.
And we got thousands of dollars here, Tone, with the
Unbelievable.
1,200.
Now,
boom, boom.
Can we just have a quick thought about the gather round? What do we think?
I like it.
Like
I
it?
don't.
I like it.
Marto
Even though we
doesn't
lost
copy
tonight,
on the
I
NRL.
like it.
Hate it.
Hate it.
But, yeah, it's rigged.
Oh,
Yeah, don't like it.
rigged. No, I wouldn't go that far, but I wouldn't say hate it either. I just don't like it.
Marto, do you think the AFL is stealing the idea off the NRL with the
They've
Magic
copied
round?
the NRL. Absolutely, 100%. They've seen what sort of money comes to Brisbane when they do Magic Round, and it's worked for the NRL. I don't know that it works for the AFL, though, because we're going to Adelaide.
Do you like it in the NRL?
In the NRL, I think it works. Because there's.
But how would we know that the AFL is not going to work until we try it?
Well, it's not going to work. There's only 16 teams in the NRL, for Christ's sakes.
Mate, tonight they got 48,000 people filled the stadium.
Because
Adelaide's up and about. Yeah, I know that, but that's the best way to kickstart it. You know, now all those Adelaide, supporters probably head out towards the wineries and whatever, and they go out to those outback
tourism to the area, and visitors come and see them and spend money in the area. Sure, that boosts their local economy. I just don't think it works as a concept for the AFL to put every team in the one venue or the one area. I think it is just a piggyback of the NRL.
I'm not doubting the piggyback. I don't have any problem with the piggyback idea because it is. You're right, but codes do that. I just think they do. I mean, we tried the Super League before NRL did it too. I like the NRL that they do it, and I think it works. And I think that there's a place for it also with the AFL. Now, whether is that South Australia? Is it Western Australia? Is it Queensland? Is it Cairns? Do they go somewhere completely different altogether where they want to promote the game? Do they go down to Tones, country town in Tassie?
They would never go to Cairns.
Think so either.
They'd never go to Cairns because they'd be throwing away millions.
Yeah,
millions.
Yeah,
we only get 10,000 at the ground.
I know, but I'm just saying though. But what my point, I guess,
it's just interesting because the NRL.
I think it's a good idea.
Mate, the average crowd at the NRL is about 7,000. The average crowd at the AFL is about fucking 50. So I think the AFL are trying something new, but seriously.
Well, we went over to Beijing once
and
too.
Norf
How well
played
that
in
go?
the Adelaide Hills, like fucking hell. It's going to be.
It's a bit weird. Maybe we're against it because it's new.
But you're playing at a ground with a capacity of crowd of what? I mean, the ground holds 7,000. You'll get that there, won't you?
Well, come on! If they're playing at the Gambatte, there'd be 45,000 people there.
It's not surprising that Dockers and Gold Coast are playing at fucking Norwood Oval, is it? Like fair dinkum, there's only 5 people.
The home of the Redlegs, mate. There's nothing wrong with them. Geez, they were a good club once upon a time. Anyway, it'll be really, really interesting. I like the idea. We got smashed.
The two Blues. What's that bloody team? The two Blues. Sturt's a great ground. I watched a game of footy there a couple of years ago when North ventured over to the Adelaide Oval, went and watched the two Blues. It was fucking fantastic. So suburban football, you got to love it. Seeing AFL clubs playing on smaller grounds, a bit like Tone with the races when they go to Ballarat or Bendigo. He's not happy when Metro races go to the country.
No.
But anyway, well done to the Crowies tonight. Pezza up and about big Charlie Dixon. I reckon he's going to stamp his authority over the ex-Blue flog who's gone back to the Bulldogs and Liam Jones. So I don't think they're going to backman. Big Charles is going to rise up and he's going to kick the first goal at around 10 skins. Tone, what do you think?
Danaher will kick 6. Absolutely, he's on fire, ready to go.
Tone, you're not afraid that quite possibly the best fullback in the league has come back into the North Melbourne team in Big Benny Mackay?
As they say, no duck's guts, no apple pie. So either put your dick on the table and whack it with a fucking sledgehammer or stand back there with the gay boys. So I'm
not exactly sure what that means. But
no,
I haven't heard that one before.
I've never heard that one before, Toad.
But I am just curious who throws their sausage on the table and wakes it with a hammer. Gee whiz.
Well,
I knew you'd get that.
Tone is a really, really weird unit.
Gee whiz.
That's a bit extreme.
That's a bit extreme, all right, but I'd tell you
I tell you what, if he comes over and watches a couple of races this week and he goes, I need a hammer, I know what to do.
I'm at the door.
Run.
See you later.
You'd run. Others would be throwing them out on the table.
I might make a TikTok. Talking about a TikTok. Tassie, you've got about 1 million things here to say.
No, well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go back one step because last week I said Geelong plus 25, Ollie Henry 15 possessions and 2 goals. Yep. Ollie Henry, unfortunately, was the sub.
Yes.
So that stuffed me up. But Geelong plus 25 in. Ollie still kicked 2 goals as the sub.
Yeah.
Had he played probably an extra quarter, he probably gets his 15. So I consider myself 2 wins up.
Can I just ask the multi-man? They've got to fix this fucking sub rule.
They do.
It's just fucking ridiculous that you know all of us punters don't know who the fucking sub is until the fucking game starts.
You don't until the last minute. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I agree.
You know,
I think the coaches know well in advance who the sub's going to be for the night. So why can't we get that information released when they officially submit it?
It's an absolute joke. But, I still seriously think they should have just went with 5 on the bench, just have 23. Yeah. And then, of course, someone's going to get knocked out and they're going to go, oh, but they had an extra. Oh, fuck that. Just give them the 5. Let them run free.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
100%
like,
agree.
This sub bullshit, fair dinkum, it is fucking atrocious.
We tried it with the super sub. We got rid of the super sub. And now we've got this back.
What do they call it now? They call it like a fucking
tactical sub. The tactical sub. No, it just means that, you know what? I'm going to bring this kid on because I brought him all the way across to South Australia. I've named him as number 23 or whatever it is. So I better get him on because I need fresh legs.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Know what? They used to feign injury, right, to bring on the medical sub.
Yeah. Now it's tactical.
Yeah, but now it's just I don't know how these coaches are all fucking muppets have agreed to this. They should have just went with 5 on the bench and let it go. Like
I look forward to the day, Pezza, one of these tactical subs, for example. Okay, like even today's. Today, I think our tactical sub today, okay, was brought on because we lost our ruckman.
Yeah.
What's tactical about that? Bringing a guy that's 5'8" on, okay, for a bloke that's 7'3" or whatever. Do you know what I mean? And it's just bullshit. It's just an extra player. That's
sorry, mate.
Just an extra player.
Taz, right. You're all over the D's here, mate.
Sorry, yes, I'm going with the D's. The D's will win. I reckon Oliver will kick a goal, and I reckon Lever will get 15 plus possessions because the D's will win. Makes
sense, mate. And if you throw the D's into the win, I think you'd go. Your multi goes from around 5 skins to about 7.5. Is that right?
Yeah, something like that. I think so. Okay. But just get on the D's. They win this week.
Now, Marto, he loves a multi, and he really simplified it for us. He's not happy about that either. Marto?
Well, I've got a multi ready to go for the weekend, but I'm just going to say this. The Tiger-Swans game, both sides have got a lot of injuries, a lot of players missing. I think it's going to be close. I'm not sure who wins, so I think I'm just going to take the Tigers at plus 11.5.
Wow,
simple as that.
Sydney supporter, there we go.
Yeah, I know.
Game of the round, of course, Tone. Yeah. The Lions and the North and the Roos, seeing Fagan and Clarkson go head to head. God rest our souls in Charlie Cameron and Taryn Thomas. The Bombers and the D's is a good game. It's not a bad game, is it?
Bombers and the D's. I've already told you, just get on the D's. Don't worry about the Bombers.
Port Adelaide Bulldogs probably match the round.
Bombers are back. Did you see Jakey Stringer, the ultimate male, last week? Kicking 3 goals, Taz.
Yeah.
The Bombers are back. I don't think it's a lay down Missouri.
The Bombers are nowhere. This game here, Pezza, this is the battle of the who's going to be the under pressure coach.
Yeah, that's right. Lukey Beveridge versus Kenny Hinkley Tone. Port Adelaide on Saturday night against the Bulldogs. Should be a cracker.
Well, Alia saved the coach's ass last week, didn't he?
Absolutely.
With that big touch on the line at the death.
Yeah, that was just an horrendous chain of events.
It was hard to watch, mate.
Oh, what about
Buddy?
the
game in the bag.
Nothing?
Oh, no, again, right? And now he's got a knock on the knee, so he's sitting out this week because we've got to travel to Adelaide.
It did look like it was going through.
Oh, it did. Ollie Florent, I was off the couch, mate. I thought he kicked it.
He's an ex-Sandringham Dragons boy too.
Yeah,
he is, Ollie Florent. Yes, that's right.
Very good player, good footballer. Yeah. And then we got match of the round again in the Cats and the Eagles. Should be a cracker.
By how much?
Oh, the Battle of the Busted Arseholes. Fantastic. What a game.
And then another game that sort of sets up for gather round because no one's going to be interested in the Giants and the Hawks.
Giants all class round.
Jesus, man.
No, you're right to laugh. It is a joke. This should not be the last game of the round.
Nobody to the ground. Then we've got the blockbuster. We got the flag favourites in the Pies up against the unbeaten high flying Saints. Absolutely
possible draw.
Possible draw. Jeez, it's a big test for the Saints.
I reckon the Saints lose 2 in a row now. This is where it comes to an end. The Pies roll them.
Oh, sorry.
And then Carlton's got them. And then Carlton gets them. You love it.
Low key, Marlon.
Now, Pezza, I don't. If you don't mind, if we've got a bit of time, I just want to ask Tone a question because we were talking earlier about social media, and there's a bloke at North Melbourne who's on 750K who gets it wrong.
750K. He's the second highest player at the Roos because now you know who is the top paid player in North. And this is pretty embarrassing.
Goldstein.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say is I want to go to our social media expert, okay, the guy who we know is politically correct. Tone, what's your opinion on Taron Thomas and his free-flowing speech? Do you think he should be entitled to it? Do you think the world's gone mad and he can say what he likes? Or do you think shut the F, Taron? And get yourself back on the park. Because you're a bit of a...
Everybody's entitled to the free speech.
So if he was one of your players, because you don't follow you don't follow North, but if he was on the Richmond playing list and he was doing the stuff that he's doing, you'd say stuff it, let him play footy, because that's what he's paid to do, and who cares about the rest? Or not? I'm just curious.
Well, these days, very different times, isn't it? So...
Yeah. It's tough, isn't it?
It's tough because there's the club and then there's him and what he thinks, as a person. So I don't know. It's very different these days.
What about you boys? What do you reckon?
He's a Tassie boy.
Have a cup of concrete and toughen up, mate. You're paid to play football. Get on the field and do it.
But then should he be screwed? I mean, again, I know where I stand on this, and I think that sadly for him, I stand on the other side. I think that it's a bit of a pity. You can't talk like that way. You can't behave that way. You are in the eye of the media and all that. That's where I stand. So basically, shut up. Don't worry about it. Finish your football career, and then when you're 35, say whatever shit you want and be a turd. That's okay.
Exactly
be that turd. Be that
100% behind you on that.
All right. But Pezza, what do you reckon?
No, it breaks my heart, mate, because we identified this kid pretty early on. He was a star for Tassie. He's represented every team. We've got the academy now in Tasmania. We gave up a lot to get him because Adelaide tried to get him before us in the draft, which cost us points and blah, blah, blah. We had one great year where he really looked like he come on. We give him a 750, 5-year contract, and he just shits on us. So I honestly think we just got to get rid of the prick. I'm sick of him. He's bringing.
Does he get a second chance though?
I think he's just a cancer. You got all these kids like, what about young Sheasel who's just come in and just dominated games? Then Terrace Doris walks in, goes, "How's my TikTok, mate?" Mate, Sheasel just look at him, and go, "You're a fucking idiot, bud." So I think we got to get rid. I just got to get rid of him. And every time he's on the news now, he's got a fitness fucking line out. Like, what hypocrisy is that? Like, he's got fitness wear. Like, mate, you can't even be at the club. You're being told to go away. So I reckon we just got to put a line through him, hence the show. And I think it's no good for a bloke who's like, Georgie fucking the Lord of War, who's going to come in hopefully this, week and absolutely fucking go berserk. The Clayton Oliver of the group, they say. I don't think he'd be looking up to Taron Thomas at the moment, I tell you. So get rid of him.
Very sad.
Enough.
Very sad.
And you know what he's got about him? Yeah, I'm not
X Factor.
saying about Indigenous or anything, but he's got the Harley Bennell, hasn't he?
Yeah. But he's got
Harley Bennell at the Gold Coast was an absolute fucking freak. He was a star.
Yeah.
And then he went he got put off track or whatever, and then he tried to fight for survival. He's gone to the Dockers on the massive contract and still couldn't get on the park. Then he's gone to the D's and he couldn't get on the park.
But there's a few of them.
Now he's playing in Darwin at 35 going, what?
But Jamara was like that, wasn't he?
I didn't know then, it's just sad.
Yeah. We had one at Carlton, Chrissy Yarran.
Chrissy Yarran.
Another one. Yeah, he had all the talent in the world.
Absolutely.
Ended up going to Richmond and now he went to Richmond. I mean, the guy was best mates with Nick Nat. And unfortunately ended up over in the West. But
lived in the same street.
He's done. It's all over for him. Look,
Mickey Walters, Nick Nat, and Yarran lived in the same street. Imagine the game of footy in that street. Jeez.
There was another guy that played at Richmond Town, if you remember him, Relton Roberts, I think his name was.
Yeah, that Relton
the
Roberts,
guy that got
Renton
caught. He was. What was he? Was he suspended or something? Or and he was at the footy having a burger or something before a game and something.
Then you got to think about the D's. Remember the D's one? Liam Jarrah.
Yeah, that's the one I said. I said Jamara, but it was Jarrah. Yeah, how good?
Amazing.
But didn't he go out like he took Mark of the Year, I think, or something? He was and then I think his incident was family related, where he was supporting something and he bashed.
Something about Taron Thomas as well.
Excuse me.
His mum has never really been in his life, and his grandmother raised him, and his grandma passed away about 18 months ago, and that's when he sort of the way he's sort of going. So I know death and everything affects people, But LDU lost his dad, who was his hero, and you see what LDU now Luke Davis-Uniacke's done in his career. And why hasn't Taron sort of honoured his grandmother the same way?
Yeah, but some go the other way. I guess. Well, so do you think Alistair Clarkson would be the sort that would put his arm around the Indigenous boy?
Oh, shit.
Do you think that would happen?
I want to go there, mate. I want to go there, mate. I want to go there. But, it's
fair enough.
But, anyway, boys, great to talk. Love seeing you all.
Yes, it was.
Tone, you look tired. You're right, mate?
I'm right. Yeah.
Time we got a little test for you, mate.
Oh, Marto's, that's right. We've left
a little test for you. It's 2 weeks in the making. This is going to be brilliant.
Here we go.
Righto. Tone, so say crack my finger 3 times. Tone?
Crack my finger, crack my finger, crack my finger.
Okay, now say crack my finger slowly, just once.
Crack my finger.
Okay, now say it backwards.
Taz,
he didn't do it. No. He didn't do it, Pezza.
He didn't, did he? But I tell you what, I reckon
my old man's
dustman.
Fingers
he
then. Dustman's
he just did.
Snipped his finger. Yes.
He just did then.
My old man's a dustman. He wears dustman. Pezza is the greatest. The 3 of us are twats.
Oh, wow. Bit of karaoke.
We're still recording. I know we're on
the show, Taz, but
unbelievable. Maybe I should sing a song. Hey, we've got a Friday night football heading out to Mombolk tomorrow. So I'll be free on Saturday. I'll be get on the Argonauts, and it means I'm free for Saturday. So guess what? I'll be in there in that chat going psycho, just telling you all about my bangs.
Please like and subscribe the video and come to the channel and give us a bit of support. Remember, if we get 100 subscribers, which seems a long, long, long road away, a bit like Taron Thomas coming back to AFL football, we'll start publishing some results, which are in a very interesting read. Yes.
My 12-year-old son has got, I don't know, he wasn't on his YouTube channel where he's done a few shows and bits and pieces. He's got 324 subscribers.
It's a joke.
And I'm like, how does a 12-year-old who gets on and just, I don't know, talks about all these things and games and get 324 subscribers? And here we are, we've got 11 to 1,200 followers. All they've got to do is click a couple of buttons and like us, and then before you know it, we're giving them freebies.
Yeah.
Now, Marto, do I hear something in the background? Which race?
I'm just watching Constitution Hill go round in race 4. There's a lap to go. He's already 4.5 lengths in front.
Now you've obviously backed it. What did you get a good price?
He's in a multi. Come on, he's in a multi.
Did you get one?
Of course,
hang on, be honest,
you
Marto.
back $1.30.
No, you got $1.08 with a boost, didn't you?
No, I got $1.30 actually. He's got
great to see Marto back. Great to see Tassie. Good luck tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Night, and
cheers,
as always, it's always great to see Tone.
Good luck.
Around for another week. Beautiful.
Absolutely. Thank you.
See you, boys.
Thanks, guys. Good luck, Marto. Good luck,
Marto.
game.